I'm doing my first writing tag. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my first writing tag. If you haven't watched my first writing video, I just posted it yesterday. I will link that down in the description. I've started a series about me talking all about my writing. And as I said in that video, I'm going to be doing NaNoWriMo this year, so I thought it'd be fitting to do a NaNoWriMo tag. So let me get to the questions. If you don't already know what NaNoWriMo is, it is National Novel Writing Month and it is every November. It's where you try to write 50,000 words in the month of November. Now 50,000 words isn't quite enough words for a book, but the idea is that it's supposed to give you the bones of a book so that you have something to work on. And it's supposed to be sort of like the idea that working together and having a goal is supposed to sort of push you to get that work done that you've been talking about doing. So that's why I'm going to be doing it, because I keep talking about wanting to be an author and I need to make it happen. So I have a list of questions here that I got from another writing YouTuber. Her name is Natalia Lee, and she sort of took an old tag, changed some of the questions. It's just a few questions about your nano writing and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just gonna go ahead and read the questions and obviously answer them. Duh. Okay, so the first question is, how many times have you participated in NaNoWriMo? How many times have you won? Okay, so in my first video, I did say that I only participated twice, but then when I logged back into my Nano account, I guess, did it 3 years in a row, but the third year I wouldn't really count because I only did like 1,000 words. I think I literally did it one day and that was it. So I did it for the first year in 2015. And that year I did not win. I think I did about 25,000 words. And that was on my first book that I ever wrote, Rewritten, which was a sci-fi YA book that I'm still hoping to do something with someday. And then 2016, I worked on Beware of Monsters, which I think I got to somewhere between 30 and 35,000, like around there. So obviously didn't win again. That's the one that I'm going to be working on again this year, which I'll talk about in a second. And then 2016, I don't even remember. It literally must have been just one day. That was when my depression was really, really bad and I wasn't working and I honestly wasn't leaving the house or my bed. So I'm surprised I even wrote 1,000 words, to be completely honest. But I was working on a book then, kind of, like I was kind of wanting to edit some of Beware of Monster, but I wasn't really feeling inspired. So that was during the time that the Cubs were finally, wish my Pips was alive to see it, won the World Series. And so I was writing like a love story, like about a baseball player. I don't know. I don't even remember the name of it. But I just had the initials GWB. I wish I could remember what that stood for. Because I remember it was something kind of stupid and it was like a placeholder, but I obviously only wrote like 1,000 words, so I wouldn't even count that. But I guess if you're going to count it, I did it that year and only got to 1,000. And then 2017, last year, I did not do it at all. So I've done it, I guess, out of the last 4 years. I have never succeeded. I've done it 3 times and never succeeded, or won, as they say. But this year is gonna be different. I'm gonna do it because 2018 is my year. I said I was gonna lose weight and I've done it, and now I'm gonna finish Nano and I'm gonna do it. Number 2, are you a pantser or a plotter? So I don't know, I'm kind of like in between where I have these ideas, but then I kind of end up pantsing it, and I don't really want to do that because I feel like that's where I get stuck. I really need to spend the time like planning it out and thinking about it. So I'm hoping that's what I'm trying to do. I've been working on it, like getting ready, and I want to try to outline and stuff this week before it starts. So hopefully I will be a plotter, fingers crossed. Number 3, what are the titles of the projects that you have attempted completed for past Nanos? Oops, I already answered these. So the first year was Rewritten, second year was Beware of Monsters, third year, GWB, and then now this year I'm going back to Beware of Monsters, but I'm going to completely rewrite the book, keeping the same concept and characters, but it's all, it's cringy what I wrote, so I need to fix it. What are you working on for Nano this year? Beware of Monsters. I don't want to give too much away. but it's a book about a girl who experiences a traumatic event in junior high and is homeschooled, and then in high school wants to go away to college, wants to graduate early and go away to college, and her parents are just not convinced that she is up for it after what happened to her. So she kind of concocts a plan to convince them that she is, you know, over it basically, and capable of moving on. But all of these other things kind of happen along the way, obviously, and that's where the book comes in. And so it's just kind of exploring how to sort of move on from trauma, you know, as a teen. So what is the one tip that you'd give someone else that is participating in Nano? Actually do it. Okay, I think the reason why I didn't finish either time is I just kind of, I got really bogged down in everything that I need to do, and I didn't prioritize. So I guess if my tip would be prioritize. I mean, you have the rest of the year to prioritize other things. If this is something you really want and it's really important to you, then prioritize the writing for just 1 month out of the year. Prioritize you and your creativity. Wow, that was really inspiring. I should listen to myself. Number 6, what was the inspiration for this novel? These are kind of a weird order. You think that would come right after, what are you writing? Khaleesi agrees. What was the inspiration for this novel? Do you remember when the inspiration hit you? Sort of. So again, don't want to give away too many details, but I did see a news story about this actual event that I'm talking about happening to someone. And so if you don't know this already, my main area of focus in graduate school was trauma studies. And so I'm really fascinated, not in the trauma itself, like so many books I feel like actually focus on the trauma, which is fine. I mean, that's nothing against that. I'm more interested in what happens after, right? Like, how do you incorporate that into who you are? How do you move on? How do you sort of live after that? And how does it affect you? I mean, I have my own personal ties to that, obviously. You know, I've gone through some traumatic things in my life, and I'm just really fascinated by the resilience of others, but also the ways in which trauma manifests and kind of controls everything that we do moving forward. So anyway, back to answering that question. So I saw a news story about a girl that this thing kind of happened to, and so my question was, how does this girl move past this, right? How is this, because she was young, right? So like, how is this going to affect her when she's older? In what ways? Like, this is so fundamentally going to change her life. And I just kind of started imagining like what kinds of repercussions she would have from this, and like how that would affect her as a young person, you know, like as a young adult and on. So that was like, I should write that story. Number 7, read us the first sentence of your Nano novel last year. Okay, well, I get to cheat on this because I didn't do one last year, but I thought I'd be nice and actually read you the first sentences of the 2 that I ever actually did. I can't do GWB because I don't even know where that's at. I'm not even gonna pretend like that's a thing. So I just wanna warn you, my first sentences of both books that I've worked on are so cringy. Oh, okay, so I took a picture of, rewritten. Oh my God, these are so cringy, you guys. Okay. I've never actually read this out loud, so this is so weird. Stepping into the darkness, it's quiet enough to hear my heartbeat if I had one. What does that mean? Oh my God. I don't even like that. Like, I like the sort of like twist, but I don't like the wording of the beginning of that. So to that. And then I took a picture of Beware of Monsters, which obviously this one is definitely going to change because I'm rewriting the whole thing. And this one is even, I would say, more cringy. But okay, so here's the first sentence of Beware of Monsters. As I look in the mirror, I run my fingers over the pink leathery patch of burned skin that starts at my elbow and extends down the middle of my forearm. I mean, I guess it's like a visceral image, but it's a crappy sentence and it's not a good hook, so ugh, to that. So hopefully I'll have a better sentence for the new version. Okay, number 8, what do you plan to do with your manuscript after Nano? I hopefully plan to finish it, edit it, have people beta read it, revise it, submit it for agents, get an agent, work on it some more, submit it to publishers, get it published, be an accomplished author, live my life, be happy forever. you know, just a couple of things. Number 9, this is the last question. Are you prepared for Nano? Are you nervous? So I mean, I think maybe I'm more prepared this year than any of the other years because I'm actually putting in some forethought, and I actually have like kind of a drafty version of what I'm going to do. So I guess I'm more prepared, but I definitely don't feel prepared. And I am nervous because I've never won. I've never won, and I really want this, and I want this year to be different, and I really want something to happen with this book. So I'm a little nervous about that. All right, so those were the 9 questions about Nano for my Nano tag. I would tag people, but I don't know anyone else who is also doing Nano except that has YouTube, except for my brother Kevy, who's already doing this tag today. So after you're done watching this video, I'm going to link his video in the description. I will also link it at the end of this video so that you can go watch his Nano tag as well. So if you are watching this and you're planning to do Nano, then tag, you're it. And if you're someone who has always wondered about writing and wants to like give it a shot but you never tried before, I'm tagging you. Not tagging you in this, but I'm tagging you to do Nano. Do it. You can do it. We'll be Nano buddies. Let me know. Comment in the description and let me know. All right, guys, well, that's it for my Nano tag and this writing video, but I will be back with more in the future. So thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe so you can follow my writing journey from writer to author. Ding. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.